Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Peter. Today's video is very special and I've been looking forward to making it for a long time because today is my first hands-on video with the brand new FX Impact M4. I received it just a few days ago, and if you want to see a happy face, watch this. So closing in. Whew. The first look. Oh. What a beauty. Very nice. Today's video will be a part of what I'll call the FX Impact M4 series. This will be videos about my daily adventures with the M4 and all things surrounding it. I'll be testing things like ammunition, different parts and tuning. In today's video, I'll go over some of the things that has made the M3 evolve into the M4, and I'll walk you through what I've chosen to be the setup of my gun here at the beginning. And at the end of the video, I'll do a test here at my 100 meter range. So without further to say, let's jump right into it. Now I'll briefly go through some of the new things on the M4. And let's start out with the probe. It's much more easy to access the probe now, so changing from a pellet probe to a pin probe is very easy. The plenum has grown in size from a 720 to a 750. The top rail is now thicker and therefore more rigid. You can slide the Picatinny rail on it, so there's no need to pay extra attention to the alignment of the Picatinny rail. The Picatinny mounts in front can now be removed, so there's easier access to, perhaps the front valve underneath. But I think it adds to this specific look of the Impact, so I'll leave mine be for now. The gun comes standard with a STX Superior liner. But compared to the old Superior liner, it has changed because the twist rate is now slower. So being a 1 in 18 before, it's now 1 in 28. This tells me that this is a dedicated pellet shooter, so if you want to shoot slugs, you'll need to go for the heavy liner. The M4 comes with a brand new trigger. It now has 3 different settings: hard, medium and featherlight. And to be honest, this is the best trigger I've ever felt. There's a new grip on this gun and it is super nice, but sadly it doesn't comply with the Saber Tactical Back Rider, so I've kept my Ergo grip on here for now. Unless you're ordering an M4 in sub 12, there's now no first regulator. This might be welcome to many, but to people like me with a pretty low rec setting, I saw a potential problem because the difference between 250 bar and my rec setting at 110, it's a pretty big difference for a regulator to handle. But having shot the gun for a few days now, there is actually no problem at all. It handles the pressure very well. There's no difference between the reg at full bottle or when you have to fill the bottle again, and it fills the plenum very fast. And I believe this is due to the regulator, the AM3 with the new piston. So well done, FX. And I almost forgot to mention the new magazine. It now has this metal insert in the middle, which makes it very, very stable. And having shot it for a few days now, it rotates very well. I've had no problems with it at all. I would like to have my single shot loader on here, but it simply doesn't fit. It's not because I don't like the magazine in particular. It's just because I really like to load by a single shot. But now let's go over some of the changes that I've done to the gun here at the beginning. So let's talk about my setup. Let's start from the rear. Underneath you can see that I've changed the reg gauge from the standard one to the segment Gen 2. I have mounted the Sabre Tactical Arca Swiss rail because I'm only shooting bench, so I need to have the bipod mounted as far ahead as I can. And speaking of bipod, I've chosen a bipod from Accutac. And I'm tempted to say, most important of all, I've changed the STX Superior liner into a heavy liner because I'm only shooting slugs. On top I have the Element Titan, and it's mounted on a one-piece mount from Eagle Vision. And now to the big question, does the M4 feel different than the M3? And there are two places where it does. One is the trigger. It has these three settings so you can adjust how hard the trigger should be. In my gun, I don't even know which setting it's at, but it is super nice and it's by far the best trigger I have ever felt, and it is a serious upgrade compared to the trigger in the M3 or the older impacts. Another thing is the hammer. It feels like it hits the valve in a different way. It feels softer and I don't know how to describe it, but one expression would be that this is a velvet hammer. So you can decide for yourself what that means. But anyway, it feels very different. There are a few things that I miss on the M4, and one is I miss my dual bottle adapter from Sabre Tactical because I had two 480cc bottles on there in a 300 bar. So when installing that, I will need a first stage regulator. So yeah, this will happen. Another thing that I miss is my angled gauge mount, but because I couldn't get this tiny screw loose, it's not on there yet. But anyway, with the way that the regulator is performing as it is right now, I don't even know if it's necessary to mount it. But anyway, I would like to have it up here as I had on my M3. Now it's time to test the accuracy here at my 100 meter range, but before I start shooting, I just want to thank a few people. I got the gun from Christian at Arms Gallery in Copenhagen, and he's been so kind helping me in the process of getting this gun. And secondly, I want to thank especially two people at FX. I'm not gonna mention any names, but you know who you are. So thank you very much for helping me out. I wasn't supposed to get the gun until like in a month or two, so that I've been pushed forward and sitting here with the gun right now. I am very, very grateful. So thank you very much. Remember that the gun is completely new and I have only shot it at 34 meters. So this is my first session here at 100 meters, and I'll test it at velocities between say 960 feet per second and perhaps up to 990. But let's see where it goes. I'll shoot some groups and I'll show you some of the groups after I'm done shooting. Tager skiven nedenunder. Anden række øverst. Beauty. That was the end of today's shooting session and the first session ever here at 100 meters with the M4. And what a beautiful way to end the session with this 2.2 centimeter group. Before I go into details about the session and show you some more groups, I just want to stress this. I am not sponsored by FX, so you can be very sure that I'll be honest, objective and independent in my review, and that's the way it has always been on my channel, and that's the way it's gonna be in the future. So yeah, let's get back to the session. I was testing the gun with different velocities, different kinds of tuning, so the session stretched to be a bit longer than I actually expected, but being thorough in my approach to the gun means that I'll get some more consistent results in the end. So I tested the velocity from around 960 as I planned to, and all the way up to 995, and the best accuracy was found at around 970 feet per second. And as I showed you, this was the last group that I shot. And actually I started the camera on this card, so it's not like I've been filming all day. When I felt I had the tuning down, I started filming, and these are the three groups, and this is the last one. Show you another group, this one 2.6 centimeters, pretty decent, and this one is pretty special. It's a 2.7 centimeter group, and this one here, it's a 2 centimeter group. And I was kind of bummed out that I didn't film this, because these 5 shots were the first 5 shots I took at 100 meters with my M4. And yeah, I know it's a bit off target and everything, but anyway, that's accuracy. 2 centimeters right there in the first attempt, and I shot it at 970 feet per second. I mean, of course you can do a better group than that, but I'm pretty happy with this one. So the overall conclusion of the gun is that it definitely passed the test, and I know that I just received it, and there's a lot of learning about the gun ahead of me, and that's exactly what these FX Impact M4 series is for. That's to get to know the gun and to show you my results along the way. So make sure, if you want to follow that, hit that subscribe button right down there in the corner. So that is about it for today. Last thing I want to say is the tuning has been the regulator at 110 bar, the quick tune system at, I need my glasses for this, at about 3.7, and of course the velocity around 970 feet per second, and I was shooting the 16 grainers from sand. So that's about sums it up for today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. So until next time, take care and shoot safe.